inside of me. You better watch out if your enemy's a road ahead of full prophecy. To be the greatest beast the world has ever seen. I feed him every day like the bones clean. I feed him all the hate and he grows me. And he gets claws real big, pissed off quick. And if you cross him, you might drop dead. Metaphorically, of course, settling the score. Never getting bored, lots of blood and gore. Always wanting more, freedom from the source. They don't really understand until they feel the force of party. And if you start shit, you be heartless in the darkness. Torn apart quick, you left scars ripped. You be chewed up and discarded. And this world ain't right, won't accept it. Negative energy, I expect it. Once it's in your mind, it's infectious. So fight for your life and reject it. You better give me space, I'm protective. My adrenaline spikes when I'm threatened. And if you stay in my way, I'm aggressive. Cause when there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate. When there's no exit, I'll kill when I'm desperate.
Have some value. Dark Horse Comics 1 through 10. I mean, there's like a lot of them, but 1 through 10 I put out of the set. Some Dead Man. I mean, 2 issues. Came out a while ago. This has a little value. The Circle Chase. Got a 4-issue set of that we put together last night. Some other Deadpool stuff. A Dark Dominion set. World's clamoring for this one. Actually, this company was put together by Jim Shooter after he left Valiant, or after they made him leave Valiant. And it's too bad because Jim Shooter is probably is a genius. He's probably probably one of the greatest creators in the history of comics. I mean, he took Valiant from doing... How you doing?
Hi, how's it going?
Yeah, good, thank you. He's probably, he took a guy, a thing that was doing, I think, like Mario Brother comics or whatever, and into, Harbinger and those all that early good Valiant stuff. It was all his brainchild, and so then he put this company together, and unfortunately, wasn't really a hit. It's had a couple good titles, but overall it wasn't the greatest thing. But hey, they're not all winners, It's so. But yeah, Jim Shooter was. I mean, I know a lot of people didn't like him because he was very gruff in how he ran things, but the guy knew what was going on. I mean, the guy's age 16 is writing comics for DC, and well, then again, I mean. They say it was good. I'm not a Legion of Superhero fan, so it wasn't for me. But I mean, the way DC Comics wrote in the 70s was like a child was writing, anyways. But he's 16 years old writing comics. So yeah. No, not at all. Guy's a genius. So what are you getting here? Some Garfield?
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you watch the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know something? I actually just watched the movie. I think it's the same Garfield movie. Last week there was a new Garfield movie, I think, on Netflix or whatever, and I watched it. I liked it, but they introduced his father. Yeah, great movie. Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it. It's awesome that you're getting some these cards for you.
No.
Were they for your brother?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's awesome. Yep, glad to see you getting into comics. All right, 10. Let's do $15, please. Yeah. Oh, I thought you were looking for box. I didn't have any box. I didn't know you realized you were looking for packs.
No, he wanted the 23 box.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Let's do 15, and Mom still got some. Mom still has some money left over too, right? You want a bag?
No, that's fine. Here you go. I'll take these for
Awesome.
brother.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, hey, enjoy the comics.
Thanks.
Yep. Wow, look at all these extra unsold crossover books that I still have left over, where someone, I think it was the great Donnie Cates, once said, hey, my book sold great. Well, yeah, they sold great, but they didn't sell great. They sold great to the stores who didn't sell them out. But he says, hey, I put myself in an issue. I'm the great. Well, watch as I take all of these and throw the great Donnie Cates, the hero that he thought he was, comics, into the 50-cent box. That's where his crap goes now. Thanks, Donnie. You're awesome. I had a bunch of the Rawhide Kid Code Outlaws I think we spoke about. Godzilla, right? Was what it did. This was this the...
We had gone through that one, yeah. That one I think I already had.
You had that one, and you had this one.
We'll check on that one.
Okay. How about this one?
No.
You need that one? Okay. Did we go through this crap? Bullwinkle.
I believe so, yes.
Okay, you
Yep.
had those. Brute Force.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. There's another Western that we talked about.
Yep.
And that
Yeah,
one.
we went through these ones.
Okay, all right. So you had these. You're not sure about this one?
Yeah, I'm not sure
Okay.
about that one. I'll check on that one.
All right, you got it. Like I said, these are all just 50 centers anyway. So
Okay.
I found. Do you have any daffodil?
So, I don't believe so.
Well, I've got the variant cover at home. I found a bunch of variant covers. And I
There's
haven't
only 3 issues.
and I haven't emailed you. I didn't email you that I had a variant. And there was a couple other books I need to email you that I found that I had variant that was Marvel stuff and Epic stuff. But I didn't have a chance to email you yet. But I'll email you those. I have them at the house. Do you need the daffodil or do you have them?
I don't have that, no.
Well, I believe, I don't know if we put it in the 50-cent box or if it's in the 50-cent box that went upstairs that isn't down here yet. I had a regular cover of Daffodil, too, that went in the 50-cent box. The variant went home with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I don't have.
All right.
So you said look down here.
Yeah, I don't know if we threw it in. If we threw it in last week when we were working.
Anything.
Anything.
Anything that
As long as it's Marvel.
is Marvel that I don't have, I guess.
How many books do you think you're missing out of all the Marvel books?
The entire run?
Yeah. Do you have an estimate?
I don't know, probably less than 2,000. But I don't know.
And that's from the
Just
beginning.
a high guess.
That's from the beginning of Marvel all the way till now.
Mhm.
Is there anything specific you're looking for?
In general, or
Yeah, is there a book you just can not find?
well, I mean, I think by now it's like most of the ones that I need for certain runs are just the more expensive ones.
Yep.
So just trying to find those and get those when it makes sense. But there's a lot of just kind of random imprint books or things like that Marvel printed that are just harder to find because they're a lower print run. So they're not worth as much, but it's just hard to find them.
Now, do you hit up all the flea markets and all those kind of things, see if you can find anything? Or
I go everywhere, yeah, any comic store, convention, things like that.
did you go over to Granite State last weekend?
Yeah. I was there.
Find anything good?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of odds and ends, things to fill runs, and I did get a Conan 1 and 2, so I was able to complete my Conan the Barbarian run. Other than that, I think that was the highlight.
How often do you go searching? Every weekend, or?
Whenever I have time, yeah. Typically at least once a week or so.
And you do just Marvel too, right?
Yeah, I do all Marvel, but I do some, I guess,
Independent stuff?
independents, like some Boom stuff, or I don't know, I'm trying to think of some of the stuff. Yeah, just some lower print stuff, I guess, that's just sparks my interest.
But no DC or anything like that?
Not so much, no, but I do a couple books here and there if they're of interest, but I've decided I'm not going to get into DC. That would be another venture I guess I don't want to get into.
Yeah.
But just sticking to Marvel.
What's your favorite run or character with Marvel?
Oh, I mean, always been Spider-Man since I was a kid. First comics I ever got were Spider-Man on my 10th birthday. And kind of been collecting since then.
You have all the complete amazing run with Spider-Man, or?
No, I'm missing about 9 issues.
I'm guessing low numbers.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all these extra unsold crossover books that I still have left over, where someone, I think it was the great Donnie Cates, once said, hey, my book sold great. Well, yeah, they sold great, but they didn't sell great. They sold great to the stores who didn't sell them out. But he says, hey, I put myself in an issue. I'm the great. Well, watch as I take all of these and throw the great Donnie Cates, the hero that he thought he was, comics, into the 50-cent box. That's where his crap goes now. Thanks, Donnie. You're awesome.
They had newsstand on like a book that was like before there was a distinction between newsstand and direct. It was a Hulk 181. It was like the sample image they put out when they announced that, and it was just like every book pre 1970 whatever is a newsstand. Like, why are you writing this?
At some point, when not, so what? They're just saying it's a newsstand.
Well, yeah, but there was nothing else. There was no direct.
Okay, so it doesn't matter if they put it or they don't.
You had to buy them all at the newsstand back then.
So they still told you.
So everything before that, a newsstand.
So if they're all newsstand, then none of them are newsstands.
They're all newsstands.
You had to buy them at the newsstand. There was no comic book stores back then.
Right, so they're all newsstands. So they didn't lie. It's a newsstand.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with that?
I think PSA should just stay to cards.
Well, Beckett should too.
What does Beckett do besides cards?
CBCS.
They own CBCS.
Oh, I forgot about that. Well, they keep those pretty separate.
Oh, but so that's okay then. But PSA can't do it.
They're not mixing up the brand.
No. We all know it's the same company.
PSA's got to come with better labels off the comic books if they want to compete.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you need a pretty label.
People want.
Oh, I know.
Well, that's the only reason CBCS isn't on top. Is because
you need a pretty label because you can't read the friggin' book anymore.
Right, yeah.
I don't need to read the book. I've already read it 7 times.
Yeah.
Well, CBCS is a better company, like in every way. It's just they just don't have the market share.
They will at some point.
Hopefully. I don't know why they changed their labels. I liked the labels before.
It's like the 5th time they changed the labels. I got books with like their 2nd generation labels. And that was only 10 years ago, so they've changed the label like 5 times in 10 years.
I like the 1st generation label, though. I don't know why they changed that one. It looked better whenever like the sans serif stuff they got going now is.
All it cares is going to be a number on it. That's it. Because again, you can't read it.
9.8.
Yeah, preferably 9.8. Yeah.
The price difference is ridiculous. Like there was like a 9.8 of that Secret Wars 8 for like $4.25 or best offer, and it's just like, really?
For what? CBCS?
Yeah, and it was like the 9.8's like CGC is like 500. I think I sold mine for 6.
Yeah, I mean eventually, I mean CBCS is still going to be a little low right now because. I mean,
everything's low.
The other one, CGC, was the number one out there. That's what people still have in their mind. You know, it's eventually they'll come back up, and maybe PGX will come up too with them. Right? Was it PGX?
PGX, yeah. I got one PGX book, and I got that by mistake.
Are they out of business now?
I don't think so, but I don't know.
No, they're still somehow in business.
Really?
And they're just flat out bad at grading. Like they just overgrade everything.
Right, you get a 9.8, and you get $200 from PGX,
and then it comes back at 9.2 from CGC,
and you still get more than $200 for it.
Can I advertise here? So this got lost. If any of you watching this see that, I need that back. So do I tell them the story?
Okay, it may get added, may get cut. We don't know.
Well, hopefully with me talking it gets cut. But so no, I got that signed at a show, and the facilitator sent it in, and FedEx is just like doesn't know where it is. So it's probably just sitting there at the distribution center, or it got boosted or whatever.
I still think the facilitator did a piss poor job of sending it in.
I don't think he did a bad job of it.
You dropped it off in a box at Shaw's.
No, they took it. It's a desk. It's a real FedEx
desk. So they scanned it, and he got a receipt that he got a receipt that it's like. Have you seen that receipt?
He has it.
Okay.
He brought it in with his Terrificon shipment, but I called them. They went into their cameras, and it went to a private signing, so it has like these big initials of J. Scott Campbell written on it. They saw it leave. They have it in their system. So FedEx is just kind of like.
And there's no thing that ever made it to the warehouse, like to the main warehouse of FedEx.
They know that it was picked up, like in their internal system. Like that's where it ends for them, and that's where they're confused.
So they need to start looking at the driver.
the facilitator actually knows the driver because they're right next to the place where they dropped it off. So
So now I see what's going on here.
Oh, easy.
Oh, now I see what's going on.
They're good guys. They're good guys. It's all good.
Hey, all I know is the first mistake is you use FedEx.
Agreed.
They're the worst in the world. We don't get books on time. We don't get books on time here from those clowns. You know, it's
So
I'm amazed that they actually make it here and they're not lost all the time.
So I had to buy the label when doing like the paperwork for CGC. That was what he told me to do, just because that makes it easier. But like next time, I'm just going UPS.
Yeah.
Because like, why? I've only ever had problems with FedEx.
I'll take my chances with UPS. I mean, I've had packages lost. I get a bazillion packages here all the time. Something's going to get lost. Even with these companies, like I think it was the post office. You know, they have a 99.5% rate of success. Well, when you handle a billion pieces of mail,
That 0.5 is
it's a lot of pieces. Right. But overall, it's 0.5%. You can't fault people at 99.5 of perfection. You know, it's
They don't give a shit about 0.5% lost packages because like they're making money on like freight. They're making money on big stuff. Like they don't give a damn about like, you know, small packages. That's not where their money comes from.
So for that, I mean, I'll take my chances with UPS too. And UPS has lost packages before. You know, it happens everywhere. It's gonna happen. Something goes up the machine, gets stuck and crushed, and it disappears. But FedEx, I have no faith in whatsoever for.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, none whatsoever. Yep, I've been bitching about FedEx on the new this week because 2 out of the past 4 weeks, books are not here on time. They're coming in on Wednesday mornings through FedEx. You know, it's yeah. 2 weeks ago it says unable. I looked at the travel history, and it says unable to make entrance to building, building closed or whatever. That was at 5:14 in the morning at the FedEx terminal. It says at 5:15 we'll redeliver it next day. It never left. How could I know? And of course I'm not open at 5:15 in the morning, but it never left the terminal. They already posted it, so it just sat there. It sat there for a whole day.
Yeah.
They suck.
I had a job, and I had like really important equipment coming in. It was like I actually got a new camera literally for one job. And they said that they knocked on the door and no one answered. And I'm like, I was sitting outside the door when you said that happened. And they're just like, yeah, no, they rang the doorbell. It's like, dude, this thing would have been like yipping and screaming if they had.
That thing doesn't do anything.
No,
that thing is just a throw rug.
No, when she hears a doorbell or like a knock at the door, she loses it. Like absolutely.
Yeah, like, yip 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 yip.
But a lot louder. A lot louder.
Oh yeah. And it scared them because it wasn't roof. You know something? That dog, we didn't bring it in when Sven's here because Sven would eat it. Okay, it's
She's been here when Sven's here.
Bring it in with Chloe's here. Chloe would eat. No, you don't bring it in. Chloe almost killed the dog out here the other day.
Jesus Christ.
It's because it was a mop like that. You know, it's not a dog. It's a.
You don't have to take that.
Yeah. That thing there, if it's in a rough patch of grass, you'd run it over with your lawnmower, not even know it. You know, it's wouldn't even feel it.
You're a bad person, Glenn.